Hi, welcome to RamcoTV. My name is Brad Vorrie, one of the automation specialists at Ramco. Do you have to frequently change settings on your machine based on the type of product you are running? How do you currently accomplish this? And how do you maintain these settings? What if you had a simple and effective way to automatically change operation parameters in your PLC based on product selection? Let's take a look. It is not uncommon to run multiple product variations on your equipment. But with this comes challenges. Some of these challenges may include having to change motor speeds, servo positions, or even timer and counter values. The common way of changing over specifications for each part is having paper documentation and an operator manually entering information. In this scenario, information could get lost or not entered properly, and the manual process is very time-consuming. A more advanced way to handle product changeover would be to have these values preloaded in your PLC and call them based on a part number. But what do you do if a new part number or recipes are added or changed? How do you enter these in your PLC program without having to get your programmer involved every time? The answer is using an SD card. With Omron's NJ, NX1, or NX1P2 products, you can read or write information from the onboard SD card. The file in the SD card is a simple CSV file that can be opened and edited with any Microsoft Excel software. Let's see how this is done. If you have an NJ, there is an SD card already present. With an NX1 or NX1P2, you must purchase an SD card separately. All the processors use a standard SDXC SD card. When you purchase a new SD card, you must format it so the processor can read it. To do this, insert the SD card in the appropriate slot. Go online with your processor. From the controller, go to SD memory card. Then choose Initialize SD card and Start. Now your SD card is ready. Now looking at the logic to read the information for the SD card. I suggest starting with a sub-delimiter function. This function block, along with file open, file gets, and file close, will read information from a CSV file and put it into a custom data type. Rather than showing you line by line the code required, I suggest searching for the sub-delimiter function. Press F1 and scroll to the bottom. Sysmac provides a great example on how the code should be developed. Let's take a closer look at how the custom data type that the sub-delimiter will put information into works. To create this, go to Data Type. Under Structures, right-click and select New Data Type. Then right-click again and add new member. Enter a new member for every value you want to be able to read from your SD card. They can be a combination of strings, reals, integers, or really any data type. Once complete, it may look like something like this. Now, under Global Variables, give your recipe file a name. Then, for data type, choose Array, bracket, 0, dot, dot, then max number of recipes you will have, close bracket, then of recipe. This basically sets up an array of recipe values for your SD card to write. This recipe data will now get entered into your sub-delimiter. The close bracket SD card index 1 is simply the index values of the SD card you will be writing. Now let's take a look at the recipe file on the SD card. The name on the file must match the file name in the file open function block. In the spreadsheet information, the information will be read from left to right. Comparing to the customer data type that was created, the first column will be part number, second column servo position, dwell timer, blend timer, servo to position, and so on. The rows indicate a new index or part number. Finally, save the information. Insert the SD card back in the processor. Go online, and when the SD card read trigger bit is toggled, it will automatically move the information from the SD card into your array. With the information in the array, you can now move these values into your timers, counters, and servo parameters. The ability to read information from the SD card allows you to easily make changes to your recipe files and provide secure backup of this information. If you want to learn more about the functionality of the Omron Programmable controllers, visit RamcoTV.com. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching and be safe out there.